Hey folks, back again, and it's gonna be a bit of off the cuff kind of a vlog. Um, Given that I'm back in like the Southern California area, back at my parents' home, I'm definitely getting some of those really strong emotions I felt, when I used to live here, and a lot of ways it feels like I'm being pulled back into that whole role that I was in back when I lived here, and it's really made me realize like why I've had so many of these problems in the past. Like I know I got rid of the whole PMO addiction, but back in the day, and well, actually, it's kind of starting up now again. Um, I hope I'm going to be out of here in 2 weeks and going back to San Jose, Northern California, that area, the Bay Area. Um, but I I started up stress eating again, and it really made me realize why I've had all these addictions in the past, and it has something to do with the whole dichotomy or difference between reality and fantasy, and just the whole reward circuit and dopamine and all that. Because whether I'm stressed out or anxious with my family, because it's just family dynamics in my family. I know it's not like it's the only family in the world that's like that, but um, I'm miles and miles away, like 500 or so miles away from that one up in the Bay Area. Anywhere else, when I'm anywhere else from here. I mean, if I'm over in Morocco seeing my girlfriend, or I'm in Northern California, wherever the heck I'm at, I'm miles away from when I'm here. It's back to the same old dysfunctional, dynamics in this family, and I just get stressed out. I get stressed out. I get anxious. I get depressed, and I would cope with that through pornography, masturbation, orgasm, stress eating, and then I would try to offset that all by doing lots and lots of cardio, going and running like miles and miles every day, usually at night. When I was suffering from insomnia, I would go out running, and it was all because of how I felt about my life and how my life really was. And coming back here, it's brought back that sort of set of feelings, being on eggshells around the members of my family, in particular my mother, my sister, um, being treated like the manservant or house help, feeling like a 30-year-old boy once again, because when I was up at the Bay Area living on my own, or going over to Marrakesh, Morocco, I felt like an adult. I was making the decision myself that I was going to go to visit my girlfriend. I was going to travel there. I was going to stay in a specific hotel. I was going to do these things, or in San Jose, I decide how my room is going to be organized. I decide to clean it, pretty much every day. I decide what I'm going to eat every day. I don't really have to, pretty please with sugar on top to people who um, really don't care about my feelings, all that much, and just kind of see me as either an impediment to their own happiness, um, or just a reminder of their failures or something like that. And that's the real reason for some of these addictions. Now, does that mean that it's an excuse that, oh, because I feel bad? Sorry, there's like a little hair on here or something like that. Maybe it's a cobweb, I don't know, but does that mean it's an excuse for me to be addicted? No, it's just an explanation. It's just a reason. And given that I've broken my PMO addiction at this point, I do know I'm perfectly capable of overcoming that kind of stuff. It's just a matter of figuring out what I really have to do in order to get out of the crappy spot that I'm in, whatever that quote-unquote crappy spot is, and actually doing what's necessary. And along the way, I found that there are going to be people and things that will try to distract you and pull you off the path, and and basically get you stuck in that spot, get you stuck in that rut, where, addiction just seems to be the only way out, fapping or getting drunk, getting high, downing, an entire day's worth of food in one meal, and rinsing and repeating again and again and again just to get that sort of dopamine rush, get that sense of relaxation, that sense of escape, that sense of pleasure and release. But, you get to a point where, like, I've gotten to it, like with the PMO addiction, I got to a point where it was like, I'm not going to rationalize away this anymore. I'm not going to be doing this anymore. This isn't helping me. It's holding me back. And I've got to be the one to move forward, But it's just really tough right now, and I just feel like I got to talk about this because, it's family, Family, you love them, you hate them. They're part of your life, in one way or another, to one extent or another, and it's just kind of something you have to deal with. But I just find it really hard right now because, like, for instance, I put all these job applications, waiting to hear back from them. I'm going to be putting in a few more, but it's just like, it's like I'm being pulled back into a holding pattern that I've been trying to escape for like a decade or more. Not wanting to be stuck at home, a loser living in his parents' home, well into his 30s. No job, no girlfriend, no wife, no kids, no future prospects, no career, no degree, just, the house help, the manservant, the maid, And it just feels like people are trying to pull me back into that, pull me back into this whole, like, pattern of walking on eggshells around the sister I have and the mother I have, and just being stressed out all the time and having to, like, second guess my decisions. Should I eat this piece of bread because, in 2 days when it's already stale, my sister's going to come out there and, she'll want to have had that piece of bread, and, oh, well, I ate it, so therefore I'm going to get berated, about it, or something like that, And it's just another distraction. It's another obstacle. And it's kind of like, Simon Sinek has talked about how, like, I think that's how you pronounce his name. He's talked about the millennial generation and how in many ways we inherited a lot of our problems, partially due to bad parenting, partially due just to being kind of like forced to contend with things like the internet and social media, stuff that our previous generations didn't have to. But, my corollary to that, or my, like, conclusion to that, is that, ultimately still it's our responsibility to take what we've been given and make the best of it, and not just get stuck, blaming others. Because I know when I return to my house, whenever the heck that is, because I've come up to this park and just kind of disappeared from the house for a bit. But whenever I get back there, I'm probably going to be confronted again. It's just going to be like the same old, trying to provoke me, trying to get me angry, trying to make me react, trying to raise my blood pressure, stress me out, because, someone is feeling that their needs are not being met. Someone is feeling that they're not being treated the way they feel that they deserve to be treated. That their entitlement syndrome is not being, what do you call it? What's the word I'm looking for? It's not being satiated, And I'll probably have some conflicts because of that. And then having to, like, explain and get into, like, the stupidest arguments about things that it doesn't really make any sense. It doesn't really, like, lead to anything. But we all have our trials and our tribulations. We all have our tests. We all have our up and downs. And we all have that crap we have to go through to get to the place we want to get to. And that's part of the ugliness of reality. But with a lot of hard work, a lot of smart work, a little bit of luck, and a lot of perseverance, I'm hoping, by my faith in all these things that I'm speaking of, and faith in other things, including myself, that by following through, I can get through all this, we can get through all this, and actually have some good results at the end of it, and not be stressed out all the time, anxious all the time, depressed all the time. Maybe have a little bit of happiness in our lives, if not more than that. So anywho, that's why I've had all these addictions. It really kind of hit me because, to conclude this video, I was kind of brought back to like really feeling it viscerally. So when I'm up in the Bay Area, I was over in Morocco, like I was able to kind of escape from it for a bit, because it kind of felt like, you go through all the slogging and the work and whatnot, and you get that sort of moment of release, where you've actually succeeded at something in life, and you get to feel that. But then you got to be kind of reminded of what you had to go through and what work is still needed to be done, So anywho, I'm going to sign off now, and maybe I'll upload this when I get back. I'm not quite sure. This will probably be under my Nofap Life, like, vlog series, my playlist, because, it's going to be gone until I get to a year hard mode. And, excuse me. I'm not sure if I can really start an exercise challenge here. It just feels like, yeah, there's too many other things going on. So anyways, thanks for watching, folks. Thanks for taking the time out of your day, out of your life to watch my content. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate the comments and the support. From folks at 27 Betterment, Giza Fakiti, or Fakit, I'm not sure how to pronounce the name, Nofap Brotherhood, and anyone else whose name, hasn't crossed my mind on this short vlog. So, thanks, and I'll see you around, folks. Bye.